Hi guys, hope we're all really well. Sorry it's been a while, just been pretty busy and the surf's not been so good, so it's been pretty hard to get many test rides on anything. But yeah, just coming in with an update on the self shapes. So again, big thanks to Sam at Manana Surfboards for all his help. Sam's been absolutely fantastic and just given his time to me and one of the other guys that he's been helping to learn to shape. So yeah, big shout out to him. And he's made some really nice boards himself this batch, and yeah, his shaping's just like really starting to look very polished now. So yeah, well done Sam, and thanks for taking us on and looking after us again. We really appreciate your time. And thanks to a guy called Matt as well. Cheers. He was chatting to me online, so just really nice to know that you guys appreciate what I do. And yeah, he actually sort of donated a fin to the cause as well, which is really nice of him. So thanks very much, Matt. And yeah, if anyone needs any help, say as usual, just give me a shout. If you don't hear back from me pretty quickly, just hit me up with another message, because there's a 99.9% chance I've just missed it. I'm not ignoring you. I pretty much reply to anyone who messages me. I try and reply and help them out. So yeah, so thanks heaps guys. And yes, again, big thanks to Sam at Manana. And yeah, we've got the first board pretty much done. It just needs probably one more slight level of finished sand. It's just got a couple of minor spots to touch up where it's just got a little tiny bit of weave showing. That's probably not going to be a problem, but we'll just put a little coat on when I do the glassing on the mid length. So yeah, so I think where we're at last time is I just finished the shape. So since shaping, I decided to go clear on my boards, and then we had a bit of downtime in between, so I just looked into spraying, because I just didn't feel confident with doing the resin colouring, so I just wanted to keep it fairly clear. But spraying seemed alright, so I was like, well, let's have a go at some spraying. So I actually went online and got a bit of inspiration, and yeah, I'll try and stick a couple of pictures in, but basically I taped this pattern off and just got a cheap spray can from the local automotive place. Just I think it needs to be, do your research, but it just needs to be an acrylic, needs to be water based so it doesn't damage the blank. And I think you just don't want to do it too you don't want to go too crazy with the paint, because otherwise you're going to seal the blank too much and the resin's not going to stick to it. So yeah, but there's information about shaping online, so I'll just talk a little bit about glassing and stuff, but I won't go heavily into it, because it's yeah, this is more just for people's interest really. If you want to learn about shaping, there's probably much more detailed shaping and glassing videos. So yeah, I just got a bit of inspiration online. As you can see, this one's, the mid length, still waiting for glassing, so you can see the spray on this, and you can see it's fairly light. So yeah, just a you know, if you do a delicate masking job and spend a little bit of time and you just spray it, you kind of get this look coming out at the end, which is really good. So yeah, the board's pretty much done. I'm really happy with it. You know, there's a few bits and bobs, and there's some learnings made, and some bits and bobs I would have done slightly differently, and some things I'd like to improve next time. But realistically, for my first shape, I'm absolutely made up really. I mean, to have something that's come out, you know, looking like a surfboard. We got a couple of little bits. I overlapped one of the laps a little bit far. We got a little bit of bubbly looking parts here, which only really show up on the red, to be fair. If it's on the white, you'd barely see it. So yeah, I mean, the shape's good, the shape's clean. Yeah, it come out quite good. Just on the spray around the side and then plain on the bottom. So yeah, we've got basically we ended up with a nice little gravel board. She's 5'11", 22 wide and 3 inches thick, and as you can see, it's a nice rounded elliptical shape. It's kind of inspired by my beanbag, but I've just tucked in a few elements and changed the tail shape a bit and changed the nose shape a bit, and very simple concave. So concaves, we just went pretty much from here back. Here's pretty much flat with a little bit of roll on the entry of the nose, and then we just went for a little bit of double and V coming out through the tail, and then I've just blended the V back out so it's not really rocky off the tail. So it's mainly like just double and V through this area here really, and the rest is fairly simple. I wanted to keep it simple. So yeah, 5 fin setup, nice big round tail, tail's nice and wide, nose is nice and wide. as you can see, the rock is as flat as I tried to get it as flat as I could get out of the blank, but you have to work with the blank a bit. So adding rock is easy, but taking it away is a bit more difficult. See how chunky it is still up in the nose. I put a bit of extra effort into trying to get the rails nice and hard at the back edge, which has actually worked out really well, so I'm really stoked with that. So yeah, say Sam's EcoBoard certified, and he uses bio resin, so I think it's the Super Sap stuff. I think it's the Entropy resin. So it's an epoxy resin. Again, we use the normal PU blank, so it'll be interesting to see what this rides like. This has come out with a good weight. It's quite heavy. It's I think it came in at like around 4.5 kilograms, which is like way heavier than even a sort of poly from a professional glasser would be. But it's like, you know, this is a home shape and different, you know, different materials, different expectations, and you know, the way we did it as well, we had to I probably put a lot more resin in by the time we finished, because obviously, you know, lack of experience, and you get the sand outs and all the rest of it. So in terms of in terms of glassing, I'll try and add some pictures for that as well, but haven't got heaps of pictures. So what we did was we did 6-ounce cloth on the bottom, wrapping round and over onto the deck. That was the first layer, and then on the top we did a 6-ounce wrapping again, and we did that as one layer, and then we did a 4-ounce on the top just up to the edges as a third layer, and then we hot coated both sides. So that's after the so basically the first 3 coats of resin on the weave, and you just squeeze it all out and wrap the cloths around the side. You'll see a million videos with all that on it if you want to see that in detail. And then at that stage you still see all the weave of the resin. So you do your cloth, and then you're basically glassing resin you're letting resin soak into your cloth, and that gives you, like, you still see all the weave. So you do that on the top, bottom, and then on the top, and then after that you basically do what they call a hot coat, which is basically coat just straight over that weave and resin with no more fiberglass. So basically you're just putting resin over the top, and that fills in all the dips and dives and everything, and there's some little sanding processes you do in between. So we did that. So we coated the bottom with a 6-ounce glass and the resin, top we did a 6-ounce glass and the resin, and then we actually did a separate 4-ounce on top of that and the resin, whereas most people would just do those as one layer. And then we did a hot coat top and a hot coat bottom. You just tape off and do the hot coat, and then sanded back, and I got quite a lot of sand outs because we probably should have done a little bit more clean up between the layers. But say again, beginner's shape, and Sam was quite right. Sam was like, you're probably going to get a lot of sand outs, and you're probably going to want a second hot coat anyway. So actually worked out really well. So it meant after that first hot coat you could sand to where you saw weave again, because you knew you're going to be putting another hot coat on. So it actually worked out really well. So we've done all that, and then sanded it through the grits of just taking it. This still kind of probably needs a finish sand ideally, but it's pretty much done. I just taking it down to, I think I stopped at 280 grit, and then I'll probably do maybe a 350 or a 400 or a wet and dry or whatever, just to finish it off. But I just wanted to wait until we've touched these areas up first, otherwise I'm going to be trying to blend in an area and then separate to the final finish sand. So it's better to leave a couple of layers to just blend it all in together. But yeah, that's that basically. So I think that's probably about all I wanted to say. So yeah, shapes come out good, nice and tough. The weight's good. So we've ended up with a 5-fin setup, nice and wide, rounded tail. Rails are super chunky. I'd guess there'd probably be 45 litres in this. Wouldn't surprise me. Possibly even more. It's definitely going to be a small wave beast, that's for sure. And like I say, the mid-length here is just at the stage where we're just not far off ready to glass. I'm hoping we're going to glass this weekend. I've tidied the nose up a little bit. It's a little bit uneven. And as you can see, I just again, a bit of inspiration from a couple of boards I've seen on the internet, and we've gone with this with this chevron idea. I tidied the nose up a little bit because it was looking a bit beaky, so the foil's a little bit better. The nose is still a tiny bit uneven, but it's pretty good. And interestingly enough, I think I'd mentioned before that we I'd actually gone so, it's quite nice, I've gone so thin in the tail that we actually run out of space to put the slider box in as well. So this is a dedicated quad now, but that's fine. I mean, it's really bladey in the tail. You see, it's like super knifey tail, so it should certainly hold into the wave, and it's something a bit different. And I've already got a single fin, so this one's going to end up becoming a dedicated quad. And like I say, we'll probably glass this up this weekend, all being well. But like as you can see, there's a big, like it's quite a refined rail, so it's kind of, it's going to be a very and it's all very refined and very dropped, so it's going to be quite a short boardy sort of high performance or lower volume mid length. So yeah, this should be fun as well. So that's me for now, guys. Cheers for watching. Please like and subscribe if you can, and again, if you need a hand with anything, just give me a shout and I'll try my best to help you. Yeah, again, good result for this. It's first board, so I'm really happy. It's come out really well. Should be fun. I look forward to riding it soon, and I'll give you an update once I've glassed this and ridden the two, I guess, maybe. And again, huge thanks to Sam at Manana Surfboards. He's just getting to the stage where he's sanding up the batch that he's made this time round, so he tends to do a batch and sell some and keep a couple. So if you see any of his boards pop up on Trade Me, you can buy those confidently, knowing that you got a really nice guy that's making stuff locally handcrafted. He's eco-friendly. He's using really good resins and good blanks, and his shaping is actually getting really quite polished now. So yeah, and he's really reasonable on price. So if you wanna buy local and you see one of his shapes pop up, I think you'd be pretty happy, especially for the prices that he's been charging. So yeah, cheers Sam, and we'll catch you guys again soon.